Welcome to Weymouth, TripAdvisor's #1 beach, but what makes the perfect seaside town? Golden sands, an historic harbour, or great places to eat? Walk with me as we explore this award-winning seafront, from its stunning Georgian Promenade to its famous fair and so much more. If you're looking to book a trip, this video will help you decide, is Weymouth still worth a visit? Hi everyone, and welcome to this brand new channel where I'll be travelling around the UK's most popular seasides, and where better to start than here in Weymouth, where the UK's obsession with the seaside started. First of all, before we begin our walk, if you've never been to Weymouth, there's several ways to get here. You can catch the ferry, the bus and the train. The train station's only a couple of minutes walk from the seafront. If you're coming by car, there's a multitude of car parks along the seafront and the harbour. Prices vary, but I'll put up a picture for an example of the prices you can expect to pay. If you've got a blue badge, you're going to have to pay the same going rate as everyone else, unfortunately, if you're parking in the car park. There are some on-street parking down the Esplanade, but spaces are very limited. I figured we would start our tour at the beautiful Weymouth Harbour, a picture-perfect spot filled with fishing boats, historic buildings and a lively atmosphere. There's been a harbour here since the Roman times, and it was once a key port for trade, and even the Black Death when it first arrived in England. It's still very much an active fishing harbour to this day, and you can catch leisure tours from here as well. Here's the famous Weymouth land train. You can catch the train on here and it'll take you all around the Esplanade, the seafront, basically all the local landmarks. What a novel way to get about. This is Bennett's Fish and Chips, which has a really cute seaside themed decor and a great fish and chips right in the harbour. And next door is the King's Arms. This is a really cool little pub here in Weymouth, and they even let you bring in your fish and chips from Bennett's next door. How cool is that? What a better way to spend an afternoon than having some authentic seaside fish and chips and wash it down with a pint. I mean, what a view, look at it. And just to our left over here is Weymouth's famous town bridge. It's a rare operational lifting bridge that opens up to let boats past, and if you're lucky you might just catch it in action. Apparently in the early 1800s, one of Weymouth's mayors was said to have been so drunk after a town feast that he dropped the ceremonial town key into the harbour. A local fisherman later found it inside a fish and returned it. And just over the bridge I've got something really cool to show you. Just down here is Weymouth Town Centre, but I'm going to be taking you along the seafront. But just before we head over to seafront, I was going to show you a little hidden gem here in Weymouth. And just here on our left, embedded in this wall of the Rafa building on Maiden Street, is the Weymouth Cannonball. It's a bit of a hidden gem, as I was saying, and not many tourists know about it. It actually dates back to the English Civil War of 1642 to 1651, and during the war, royalists and parliamentarians fought over Weymouth. In one instance, a group of royalist soldiers was said to have besieged the town, but upon realising they had no real chance of winning, they surrendered almost immediately, like in 24 hours, immediately. Locals joke it was the shortest battle ever fought, and the damage has just been left there all this time. So this here, on the same street as the Cannonball, is Fish and Fritz. It's the #1 rated fish and chip shop in Weymouth. So you have to come here and try their chips. Apparently they're amazing. I'm going to be trying some a little bit later. There are just too many great places to eat in Weymouth. You're going to be spoilt for choice. There are many different boat trips you can do. There's Jurassic Coast cruises, which I've done, and it was amazing. The Jurassic coastline really is something else. You can also do sea life trips where you can go and see seals and dolphins, or you can choose to take a ferry over to Portland and go and visit things like Portland Castle or the D-Day Centre and the World War II Museum. And a fact is, Weymouth played a crucial role during D-Day. This is where American troops disembarked for Normandy. There was also a hospital here that treated the casualties upon their return. There was even a scene from the movie Dunkirk filmed here. Look at these beautiful Georgian buildings. They've been here since King George III made Weymouth a popular seaside spot. I'll explain a little bit more about him a bit later on. There's rumours that there's tunnels underneath these that lead out to the beach and they were used for smuggling. Let me know if that's true or not in the comments. These buildings now are all B&Bs, believe it or not. They cost upwards from £99 a night, which I think is pretty reasonable considering the view you've got of the beach and the water. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Weymouth is not short of B&Bs, you know, and hotels, and it has a couple of Premier Inns as well, one near the seafront and one on the outskirts of town. If you're looking for a longer and cheaper stay, there are 5 holiday parks in the Weymouth area. I think 3 of them are havens, I'm not sure. Weymouth Beach is a definition of a classic British seaside. It's a blue flag beach and it has a very gentle slope into the water. I mean, the water here is excellent for swimming. It stretches for approximately 3 miles and it was also voted as the UK's #1 beach by TripAdvisor last year. It's not hard to see why, just look at it. Look how many people are enjoying it. It's not even that hot today. It's an average day, like 14 degrees, and just look how many people are out enjoying it. The main beach is serviced by lifeguards between May and September. Weymouth Town Council has 2 beach wheelchairs for those with reduced mobility, so make sure to ring and book in advance, otherwise you might end up disappointed if you just turn up and they're gone. Also, dogs aren't allowed on the beach between Easter and up until November. I mean, what a vibe this place is. It's incredible. It's no wonder it's so highly rated and one of the best seaside resorts in the UK. Just imagine what it's like in the summer, if it's like this in the spring. We have a little bit of a fair here as well, on the left hand side. It's like a smaller one, smaller rides. Weymouth is not short of amusement arcades and rides for the kids, that's for sure. You can easily have a week's holiday down at Weymouth and there's still tons of things to do. The sand here is absolutely beautiful and clean. The locals take great pride in their beach and routinely help the council with cleaning it in a huge volunteer effort. Talking about the sand, Weymouth used to hold world sand sculpture competitions here. There's an attraction dedicated to it all the way up at the end of the beach. It's called Sand World. It's basically like the one in Western-super-Mare if you've ever been there. And this is a little example of what they do. So cool. Oh my word, there's donkey rides. That's absolutely fantastic. They start at £5.50 a child. I've not seen donkeys on a beach for years. How cool is this? The boat cafe. It's in the design of an upturned boat. That's absolutely brilliant. It looks like they sell ice creams. And there's some nice seating for you to enjoy the beautiful sun as well when it's out. Looks like Weymouth's gearing up for another fun summer down at Central Beach. The locals have been getting really excited to see the return of the iconic Helter Skelter. It's a real local favourite that's been around for ages and it's become a bit of a landmark here in Weymouth. Well, this summer the beach is transforming into its usual big fairground, bringing back all the classic rides, perfect for the family day out. Plus there's something new in the mix this year. Weymouth's finally following in other seafronts and getting their very own observation wheel. It shows some great views of the town. The fair will have all the usual popular rides like their trampolines, balloon ride, pirate coaster, pirate ship, paratrooper and the chair planes. And the good news is they'll all be together in one area this year. They're setting everything up now, so they should be ready to go soon. It should be a very exciting summer. Sadly, the Super Snails will no longer be here this year. They've been here for over two decades and people have travelled as far as the States to come and ride them. It's such a shame. If you're looking for a snail ride, you can still find some in Great Yarmouth, which I'll be covering in a later video, so keep an eye out for that. Do you have any fond memories of this fair growing up? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like and subscribe for more seaside tours and holiday themed content. It's completely free and would really help me out with growing this channel, so I continue bringing you these types of videos. You can also follow me and connect with me on Facebook at Beach Life and Beyond. I'll be posting regular updates on there, so you'll know where I'm off to next. I just can't get over how busy it is. It's a Tuesday. The sea looks beautiful and calm. There's another ice cream and donut store here, look. There's so many of them dotted all along the seafront. Multiple fish and chips, multiple arcades. Lots of lovely seating, you can't go wrong. This is where you board the land train. It costs £6. As I was saying earlier, it takes you all around the landmarks in the seafront in Weymouth. Another upturned boat style cafe there, the view. Chips £3.50, fish £7, a burger £4.50. On your right hand side there's a little stall selling buckets and spades and inflatables to the beach. Well, it looks like the lifeguards are out already operating because we've had nice weather. Weymouth has absolutely blown me away, how lovely it is. Here's your public toilets on the left hand side if you're wondering where they are. So they're located right on the beach, just basically adjacent to the Royal Hotel across the road. These deck chairs, you can actually rent them as well. You can rent deck chairs, windbreakers, anything you basically need for the beach. Quite handy. I haven't seen that before anywhere else. A deck chair will cost you £3.70, a windbreaker £5.70, a sunbed £8.70 and parasols £7.70. That is a really great idea. So many UK seafronts look worse for wear these days, like in a state of repair, but not Weymouth. Weymouth, it just looks beautiful. Everything's in good condition. It's brilliant. It's so well painted. Everything's still got that Victorian charm, that seaside charm, but it doesn't look old for it. In front of us is the Jubilee Clock, which is another famous Weymouth landmark. It was built in 1887 for the Queen Victoria's Golden Jubilee. It's so grand, isn't it? This is a statue of King George III, who was apparently a bit of a character. He was, let's say, enthusiastic about sea bathing. Doctors told him it was good for his vapours. Basically, they wanted him to chill out. So basically, he rocked up, decided he'd do it here in Weymouth, and declared Weymouth as his beach, the origin of his health, and told everybody to crack on and do the same. So he basically turned Weymouth into an 18th century equivalent of a celebrity endorsed spa, and people went mad for it. He's pretty much single-handedly the reason UK seaside culture exists to this day, as demand for sea bathing in the UK exploded and resorts popped up all over the UK. And this is a replica of his bathing machine, which they would have wheeled out to him in the water. It's so bizarre to think about. During the summer months, opposite the King George statue, there's a Punch and Judy show operate on the beach. If you've never seen Punch and Judy, it's effectively a puppet show where a grumpy dude beats his long-suffering wife with a stick, steals sausages and argues with a crocodile. is basically the Victorian era of Jerry Springer. It was a British seaside institution, but now Weymouth has one of the last 3 remaining beach shows in the world. As far as I can find, these beautiful pastel coloured beach huts, which Weymouth is famous for, are on yearly leases and cost £2,400 a year to rent. Let me know if I'm wrong. They've been in the news lately, as it's been said they're owned by a trust which is run like an iron fist by a cartel of 3 elderly women. Not my words, just check the papers. They've been accused of kicking people out because apparently you have to be a local to lease them. It's caused an absolute furore online and it's been labelled the Beach Huts Wars. You couldn't make it up. That cracked me up when I read that. We're now further north, away from the main part of Weymouth and the hustle and bustle, and this is the peaceful Greenhill Gardens. It's an absolutely gorgeous escape away from the main beach crowds. You can just imagine coming up here with a picnic for a quiet sit down and enjoying the lovely floral displays and sea views. I'm just going to walk around here silently and you can just take in the serenity of this beautiful place. On our final stop, following the water's edge, we will head towards Nothe Fort, one of Weymouth's most iconic landmarks. I'll see you over there. This is Nothe Fort. It was built in the 19th century and it was designed to protect the coast from invasion, though it never saw a single battle. Today, it's a brilliant spot for history lovers, a picnic and maybe even ghost hunters. People have reported hearing phantom footsteps and even spotting the ghost of a whistling gunner, so keep your eyes and ears open if you're a believer. TV shows like Most Haunted are filmed here. I think I remember them doing one of their live shows from here anyway, but don't quote me on that. Even if ghosts aren't your thing, the views from here are spectacular. You get a full panorama of Weymouth Bay and the Jurassic Coast. It's definitely worth the climb. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content. There's so much more to come and I guarantee you there's something for everybody. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.